countryside. And from all different walks of life they come. And some are common shepherds who had toiled all year round under the brisk, bleak blanket of the night air, tending disobedient sheep. And others were farmers who had plowed and planted the hard, harsh ground that was stubborn to yield food. And some were merchants who had traveled all over buying and bartering and bargaining to bring home food to put bread on in their families' bellies. From different homes and different circumstances, from different economic and social levels, from different sizes of houses and types of cars, from different educational and professional achievements, from the north, from the south, from the east to the west, tall, short, young, and old, they came for one common purpose, and that was to worship at Jerusalem. And you see, church, today, as we look at this psalm in front of us, the Bible labels this as a song of degrees in some versions, or a song of ascent. It is a part of a group from Psalms 120 to Psalms 134 that was sung by the Israelites as they journeyed to the special annual feast. In my imagination, I see them packing up everything and beginning the long walk up to Jerusalem. And so when the load was heavy and the road was stony, someone would begin to sing Psalm 121. And I will lift up my eyes to the hills. Where should my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And so when the sun would be blazing and the ground burning, I could hear a voice sing, "The Lord is my keeper. The Lord is my shade upon my right hand. The sun shall not smite thee day, nor the moon by night." And when murmuring and complaining would start up and folks began to bicker, Psalm 133 would remind them, "Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity." The Psalms would carry them on their way as they journeyed to Jerusalem. But in the midst of the singing, I could hear someone open up and begin singing Psalm 124. And the question I have today is, why in the midst of so much joy and gladness? So as we focus on the topic, the question rather, where is your help coming from? Where is your help coming from today? So, you know, as we, why when they were headed up to the temple to worship God, to lift up holy hands and to magnify his name, why is it when they got the chance to see family and friends and who they had not seen for a long time, why is it that they remember all this bad stuff at such a time like this? Why bring back up all those bad memories of trials and tribulation? Why before such a joyous occasion would they sing about such hardships and such heartaches? Why even go there? You must understand today, church, that the text does not say that men or women would not rise up against us. It does not say that the waters would not try to overwhelm us and the raging water would not try to wash us away, because they will. There's nothing pleasant about enemies attempting to swallow you alive. There's nothing good about rushing waters trying to drown you. There is nothing nice about someone being surrounded by angry enemies on every side. So my question today then is, why would they even bother to remember those bitter experiences? You see, it is natural in life for us to memorialize the good things. We keep photo albums of birthday parties, engagement parties, and wedding ceremonies. We have videos of baby dedications and high school graduations and 4th of July celebrations. But I want to sing about the times when the bills were too high and the money was too low. Why